Hello and welcome back to 16 years and now kid free. Rightio. Yes. After being woken up by the police at 3:30 this morning, and my gosh, as I mean, they can knock. Yeah, they basically pulled up because I did have a frost covering for the front of Robert the car. I don't know why I say Robert the car. Robert over the front of it. The wind have ripped it off. It was only a cheap one from B&M's, £9, you know. So don't get them. It's lasted me what? Not even 2 weeks. And it doesn't even fit round the car properly. It's meant to fit on the over the windscreen, the wing mirrors, and the windows. But the first time I tried it, it wouldn't reach. And this is a 4KA, so I don't know what it was designed for. Sorry, I've been out for a walk. I'm a bit drier, so I'm in me 3/4 down here. Bowing's all covered up. But yeah, I must admit, the police were, you know, really nice. To be truthfully honest, they seemed more apologetic for waking me up than anything. Oh, my beard's getting bad again. Yeah, but I must admit, you know, they basically asked me for my name, my place of birth, you know, and they said, yeah, jump in the car. And yeah, literally 5 minutes later, they drove off. So, as I said, you know, I think it was more of a case, they just wanted to see me because I was next to near a nuclear power station. And you get the same down home when you're near Dungeness. So, it's one of them thing. And I must admit, you know, with all the police, don't worry, somebody's messaging me. With all the police that I've come across while I've been car camping, all of them have been brilliant. You know, no chest thumping from them, no being being an arse or anything like that. They've just, you know, whether it be the southeast, Wales, Scotland, here in the southwest, every time they've been, yeah, you know, I don't know if I jinx myself saying that, but you know, they haven't really been cool. I must admit that. You know, and that's one of them things. You know, as I say, you know, you think something, you know, you give them authority, you know, and they run away with it, which strangely brings me into my second bit of this. Sorry, it's going to be a long one, this. I'm stuck in the car, you know, Berwin's basically asleep. We've been wet, so, you know, going out, well, I've got to wait for my trousers to dry. But yeah, it brings me to the second thing of covering some of the top questions, you know, I keep getting asked. And hopefully if I do this, you know, sit down with your cup of tea and a biscuit or whatever, you know, if I do this, it'll put them to bed. Finally, okay? So I've written them down. They're not in any particular order. It's not topmost or anything like that. But yeah, the reason Cornwall, you know, I don't like Cornwall. You know, it's got beautiful areas, but why I had a bad time there. You know, having my car attacked twice in the same night, generally people just did not want me to be there, and that's how it felt coming across. The National Trust Womble, which is, you know, somebody that should never have been given any authority. You know, when I was talking to him, he was just, you know, instantly he was like, oh, it's all your litter. It's not my litter. You know, my bag's there, it's not split open. You know, and that's generally the reason why. Okay, so, right, that's that one put to bed. Number one, funds. How do I fund this? I used to be an adult entertainer, the Hooded Blade, if you want to check me out. It was a long time ago, but it paid well. Right, washing. You know, how do I wash myself? Usually, it's in disabled toilets, you know, or somewhere like that. I know a lot of people have said, you know, why don't you get a soda shower or something for the back of the car? If people get, you know, miffed at, you know, people parking up somewhere or cooking somewhere, they're definitely going to get miffed. They come round the corner and there's me in me, you know, shorts, you know, washing myself in the middle of one of their beauty spots and things like that, because I'm very rarely in any, you know, major car parks or major camping spots like by the coast or anything like that. You know, I'm usually in, you know, remote areas. That's how I like it. You know, I come from Dungeness. What do you expect? Britain's only desert. Berwin usually gets a wash in a river or a waterfall until we go to a campsite, and then we're both in the shower. For the most part, you know, brush my teeth, wash my face, you know, bits and pieces like that, it's all right. But my hair, as you can tell, is yeah, by the end of this week we'll definitely be in a campsite. Toilets, go to the toilet. Right, you know, I've become very good at holding in the number twos. Yes, I've gone for a wee in the bushes and everything like that. Lucky enough, I'm a man, all the ladies say. You know, Bernie can go for a wee in the bush, I can go for a wee in the bush. If it comes, you know, down to emergency situations, if you've ever been cliff climbing where you've camped on a vertical cliff, ask them or research that. You'll understand, okay? Places to park. How do I find them? Park 4 Night, you know, usually it is Park 4 Night that I go on, or people in the local area, or people I've met that other van lifers and that tell me about this places, like, you know, the one I had the other day where I found the England's tallest tree. You know, that's generally how I find them, you know, and plus after already doing 16 months, when I'm up north, I'm usually sure sure where I'm going and where I can park up. You know, I didn't do the Southwesters majorly this time, hence the reason I came down this way, you know, for doing it like that. And finally, help. Do I have any help with this? So obviously, nobody sees, you know, anybody here with me, you know, so, you know, I don't have any real help with the day-to-day things of cooking, cleaning, washing, and all them sort of things. Yes, I meet up with people, and they're beautiful people that I meet along the way that help me out. You know, some of them do my washing, some of them let me use their shower, or park on their driveway, or give me advice and stuff like that. But the main behind-the-scenes ones are my friend Colin. Oh, my mate. I didn't say that. I'm not starting the video again. Yeah, me mate. He's the one who started me off on these mad adventures. You know, fair enough, we went, you know, in overdrive, you know, when we started, and we took a Rover 11 Metro from Dungeness to Dounreay, which is the very southeast to the very northeast, and back again. And this Rover 11 Metro couldn't go over 65 mile an hour because it had this violent wheel wobble. We've done the Top Gear style race from Rye to the centre of Paris. You know, we've done the West Island Way a few times. You know, just mad adventures, you know, and he's the one that helped me do the bed, you know, and if I'm stuck in any place, he's usually there, you know, for, you know, helping me out and whatnot, because he's one of the ones who's single and he can travel as well and he likes doing it, so he's, you know, there, you know, sort of thing, and, you know, one of the ones behind the scenes. Number one is the lovely Sarah, who helps me out. If I come up short or anything like that, she's usually pretty helpful. We tried dating and stuff like that, and she's absolutely fabulous lady, fit as anything. So if you're lucky enough to ever see my lock the screen, you'll know what what I'm missing from down there. But it's more, you know, me that wouldn't fit into a relationship. You know, she's perfect relationship material. You know, keeps the house tidy, lovely house, lovely children. You know, she'll do anything for you, sort of thing. But you know, I'm me. I'm so eccentric and mardy, as she might say it, because you know I'm not one for real having arguments. You know, I'd much rather just keep my mouth shut and just stay away from it. But yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. You know, and as I said, it's down to me. You know, that the relationship didn't work, and hence the reason I'm single. So if you're thinking about, you know, oh, I reckon it'd be good for a relationship, you might want to get to know me first. Okie dokie. I love a laugh, don't get me wrong, I love a laugh, but I'm very eccentric and I'm very on the go, a lot of it, and I talk incessantly. Everybody puts up them things about, you know, if you know me, what's the one thing I love doing? And people say, oh, for me, adventures, car camping, you know, and stuff like that. It isn't, it's talking. I love to talk. As you most probably noticed, I really do love talking. And then finally, the main ones are my daughters, my precious little daughters. My eldest Amelia, who's 18, coming up soon. Yes, I know everybody's like, oh, you're a bad dad, you know, you're not going to be there. You know, both of my girls are individuals, you know, they're not ones, they're individuals, you know, they're not part of a group, they can survive from themselves, including Leah, my youngest, who's 13, you know, miserable as buggery at the moment. Won't listen to anybody, but Amelia was like that. at the start of it. But yeah, she's done lots of adventures with me. She's done the West Island Way with me. She's done the Top Gear adventure going from Dungeness to Radcliffe, Manchester by public transport with an 8-hour time frame to go and buy a car, and then ended up going to North Wales partying, in at a 50th birthday party. She was only 9 at the time when she was doing these. And, 96 miles of hiking over 8 days walking, 1 day of rest, 17.8 miles longest day at 9. In the Scottish Islands, brilliant. And she smegged off playing with kids. I've met with people. And then we went off to South Stats Lighthouse. And then one of the maddest ones we did was going from down home in Dungeness all the way to Kinloch Leven in practically a hurricane by public transport to go skiing. And we went skiing and rock climbing. So a lot of people say, yeah, no wonder why she moved in with her mum. But, if they know instantly if there was any big problems, I'd be home in a snap. It wouldn't matter. I could call on the other two, even if it meant I needed to get a train home quicker than the car can take me home, or a flight or anything like that. But, a lot of people say, what do you girls think of you doing these adventures? And they're okay with it. If they weren't okay with it, they could have been mardy or, oh, well, my dad's never around, rah, rah, rah. And in the day of video calls, you're a bit more involved than what it was way back when. But they're okay with it. And plus, they see it as, when people ask him, what does your dad do? Rather than me just being at home doing bugger all, smoking the wacky backy, just being a deadbeat, basically, in a dead-end job and stuff like that. They can say, oh, my dad's an adventurer and he's off up here and whatnot. And, a lot of times they go, oh, what's your dad up to? And they're like, I don't know. What am I doing? I don't know. Dad's out there somewhere. somewhere. So, and then they get to see that of me, which is, so much better than just, being in my frame and know me. And I'm not saying that people out there that go into the day-to-day and everything like that, you are the heroes. You're the true heroes that stick with life and really, pull life forward. You're not selfish like me, that took it upon myself. I was a single full-time parent for 7 years, but, when they said, oh, we're going to move in with mum, I thought, you know what, I'm off. I'm doing me, and then, of course, I caught the bug. And this is what I enjoy doing. I love making these videos. I love being out on adventures. Even being stuck in here, on a rainy day. I'd much rather be here than stuck in a house, just doing nothing. At least I know the second the rain stops, we can get out there, I can go and do something. There's something always around the next corner to do. So, yeah, that's me. Hopefully, that's put the questions that people keep asking me to rest. Although I know one of the main questions that I always get asked, and I'll end it on this, is it's 16 years and now kid free. And, if anybody asks you one of these questions, in a week's time, this will be up on YouTube, so you can go and tell them, go check out 16 years and now kid free, and hopefully you can all go on there and subscribe as well. And on that note, take it easy, keep adventuring, and love you, bye.